This is like the never-ending saga of G4TV and FROSK. Ugh. A very interesting individual. FROSK urine. Frog's urine. Anyway. Obviously G4TV came and went. And then came and went. And obviously part of that was this huge feminist tirade rant from FROSK. Frog's urine. And now, we've heard so much nonsense come out about G4TV. This is hardly a surprise. But now she's come out and basically blaming everyone else and going, I'm going to leave the industry. So, yeah, sure you are. Sure you are, love. Like, what could you possibly do now? Honestly. So, well, let's take a look at it. It's all placation, I think. It's all like virtue signaling nonsense. It's like, here's what I'm going to do. It's like, yeah, are you really? Really? Let's take a look, though. So, former G4TV host FROSK announces she's leaving the industry and then begins to blame peers for failing to stand up for others. So, just blaming everyone else. Again, nonsense. Absolute nonsense. That photo is just gold as well. Goodness me. Anyway. Former G4TV host Indiana FROSK Black announces she's leaving the industry, noting that issues leading her to her decision could have been prevented if her peers all stood up together. What? So she's just blaming everyone else for her leaving the industry, or I guess her lack of spine. So let's dive into this so we can just fully understand. This just tweets this nonsense out. I've been angry for a long time with my peers for not using their power and voice to stand up for others in the industry, basically her. Had to come to some hard terms that people who I'd known for years, who I thought were good friends, just weren't. Devastated me for a long time. Anyway, I'm leaving the industry. Found new work elsewhere. This industry is really messed up, and what happened to me and plenty of others wasn't fair. And it could have been avoided if we had all stood up together. You let me down, but I get why. Cheers and good luck. Ultra dramatic. Ultra dramatic. So, well, I mean, what are we actually talking about here? You know, this statement of, I've been angry for a long time. You know, I've been angry with my peers for not using their power and voice to stand up for others in the industry. And then proceeds to claim that everything could have been avoided that happened to her and other people if you'd all stood up together. It's like, well, you resent being fired? What? What is it? What is it that you're crying about? That you got fired? Is it that I mean, the industry's messed up. Why? The industry's very much in your favor. You know, the gaming industry rallies around from a very left-wing perspective. I mean, you only have to look at Hogwarts Legacy being ragged because there's, you know, the tiniest of semblance that J.K. Rowling will make more money. Not that she needs it. Not that it actually affects her in any way, shape, or form, whether it's successful or not. But because it's an association with her, you got the voice actors coming out and apologising for being a part of it now. You're apologising that you had a job? You're apologising that you did your job and what you were trained to do? Goodness me. So, you know, the gaming industry is very biased that way. Has been for a really long time. Again, that's the latest example of it. People are just being ragged for wanting to play a game, of all things. And what do you think would have happened? Stood up for others in the industry. For who? To what? You got your 15 minutes of fame. You said what you said. And the thing is, what you said was nonsense because, you know, it left people going, right, okay, so, you know, don't like it, don't watch, peace. Yeah, I'm just going to tune out then. You know, okay, it's not for me, evidently, you know, I'll just tune out. And they did. And as a result of that, just normal approach to life, you know, someone being... It's the same thing with most movies that fail, because they're like, it's not made for you. And you're like, okay, then I just won't watch it then. All right. And then some people are just up in arms about it. And you're like, But you told us not to watch. You said it wasn't for us. You insulted us. And now you're crying. And this is the same principle here. You came out, you had your 15 minutes of fame, and then you distanced the audience completely from you because everyone was like, God, you're an insufferable slag. That's a bit harsh. Insufferable bitch. Still harsh, but less harsh. And people decided to just tune out. I'm not going to leave this in. I don't care. And then this nonsense of, I'm leaving the industry. I found new work elsewhere. What? Okay, sure, fine. But this industry is really messed up, and what happened to me and plenty of others wasn't fair. No, that was entirely fair. That is... I mean, that's just... That's life. You know, we are in a consumer market. You told the consumers not to watch you. There's nothing that would have been done if you all stood up together. Because the thing is it doesn't pay the bills. Does it? People watching paid your bills. Utter nonsense. Absolute nonsense. And this is the thing, you know. Again, this is the statement. So maybe for 2022, we'd be a bit nicer, a bit more self-reflective. We enjoy the fact that people are working hard to make free content for you. If you don't like it, don't watch. Peace. So people are like, yeah, I've had enough. See you later then. And that was after lambasting people as well. And Adam Sessler's been on a huge rant recently because he's just an idiot. Absolute moron. But there you have it. I mean, there's not much else really to say on this. I mean, this is... and the fact that she was like, let's play some games, yo, I survived. Oh, fucking God. It's just, this is like this weird woe is me. Sort of... I love this photo. This is this kind of... This photo is so funny. I've got to like get it off the screen, or else I'm just going to burst into laughter at every point. But anyway, this is kind of woe is me attitude that seems to be synonymous with these people. They consistently tell people, you know, don't like it, don't watch, peace. We hear it all the time, and then people go, oh, you know what, I don't like that. I'm not going to watch it. I'll take your advice. It's not for me, you said. Oh, I won't watch it then. And then they cry about it. It's like, okay then. Weirdest turn of events. Let me know what you think down below. Be keen to hear it. If anything, this will give you a good laugh. So hit the thumbs up button, share it, and do subscribe. Take care.